Hey you guys, I'm sitting in a little park near my house and I wanted to just pop on here and let you know that today I am going to be showing you the rest of my apartment building. Well, mainly just the floor where the gym is and the laundry. And then I'm also going to answer all the questions you guys had for me regarding finances and living in New York. Welcome to my colorful life after a great divorce. My name's Regan, also known as the Easy Ex-Wife, and on this channel we talk all about dating and divorce and living your most colorful, most wonderful life after the age of 50. And stick around because I'm also going to show you a little bit more of New York. At the end, I have a fun little surprise. I got the naked cowboy on camera, and if you don't know who he is, well, stick around. You're gonna get a good laugh, and I'm sure he's going to put a smile on your face. Okay, you guys, we're going to head downstairs because some of you asked about laundry and where I work out. So I'm gonna take you down to the second floor of this building and show you all that fun stuff. I mean, not that laundry's fun. And that was actually on my wish list when I was apartment shopping, was I wanted a washer and dryer in unit. But then when I started looking around, I realized sometimes you can't have everything on your wish list. So let me take you downstairs and show you where I do my laundry and where I work out and everything else that's down there. Oh, and when we get back upstairs, I'm going to talk about some fun stuff that you guys were asking me about from the last video. And one was transportation, so I'll get into that. And the other questions that you asked the most about were skincare, hair care, Botox, fillers, that kind of stuff, all that fun beauty stuff that I actually never thought anyone would be interested in, but since you guys are, I'm going to be an open book and talk all about it. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome to the second floor. Okay, first we're going to head down the hall and I'm going to show you, they call it the Rover Wash, and it's awesome because when Fiona needs a bath, this is where I bring her. And she actually needed one this morning because she rolled in something really gross in Central Park. She's not happy about it. And now we are moving on to the laundry room. And as you can see, there are tons of washers and dryers. And yeah, this is where I bring my laundry, which I thought it'd be kind of a hassle, but it seriously is no big deal. Now we're heading back down the hall and I'm going to show you the outside kind of party area where there's a barbecue and some places to sit. Unfortunately, no dogs are allowed, but this is what it looks like. So sometimes the building has parties down there and it's fun, and we sit outside and barbecue, and there's a fire pit. And then we're gonna head back inside and we're gonna go to, this is the common area. So there's a big screen TV and some places to lounge. And then because so many people work from home now, there's usually people working. There's cubbies and there's also desks. And then there's also a private area where you can take Zoom calls. There's a ping pong table. So it's actually a really nice, peaceful, quiet place to work. And then over here on this side, there is a pool table. And then right past the pool table, there's a men's and women's locker room with showers and saunas and all that good stuff. And then over here, I think these are probably poker tables, right? Card tables? I mean, poker is cards, but whatever, you guys probably know better. And then this is just another view of the outside area. And then I just walked up some stairs to get to the pool area. The pool, I have never used the pool. My kids have used the pool. It's crazy hot in here. But it is a nice pool, and I definitely see other people taking advantage of it. And then we will head back down the stairs and I'll show you the gym. So you actually walk through the gym and then up a little flight of stairs, and that takes you to the pool. So just heading down these stairs, and then we will be in the gym, which is a decent sized gym. I mean, it has everything you would want for a great cardiovascular workout, strength training workout. So I do come down here 5 days a week, and I can share with you my workout schedule if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, would I like to join Lifetime Fitness? Sure, but this will do. Okay, so I hope you liked that little tour of the second floor. Yeah, the gym is great and it's so convenient, but there is another gym. It's called Lifetime Fitness, and it's literally 1 block away. From my deck, you can see the outdoor pool. So it's got an outdoor pool. It's got lots of pickleball courts inside. In fact, Andre Agassi was playing over there the other day. Tennis, or I mean pickleball, not tennis. So that's kind of fun. And you know, when I walk by with Fiona, I look in and it's really nice and really clean. And as a trainer, I owned a boutique fitness studio, and I also worked in lots of high-end clubs just along the way. So I'm used to a really, really nice gym. And my gym is fine, but every time I walk by that Lifetime Fitness, I think, oh, it'd be nice to be a member. I don't want to work there. I've worked enough in like big gyms, and I have enough clients as it is, but you know, I have thought about joining, but one of my friends went on a tour of it the other day, and it's $450 a month. No, thank you. Not right now. Okay, so to answer your questions about transportation to start, I do not have a car here in New York City, and I just don't even find the need to have a car. So to get around, I use my feet most of the time. Now, when I first moved here, what I would do is when I went out at night, I would, if it was, I'm midtown, so if it was uptown or downtown and it was too far to walk, I would take the train there. The train is the subway. In New York City, they call it the train. And I would take the train, and then on the way home, I would usually just Uber. And I did that for safety reasons, because everyone says you don't want to be on the train after 10 by yourself. And so I don't do that. But now, like in the summertime, I feel completely 100% safe walking home, you know, if it's 10 o'clock or after, because the streets are just buzzing with people. And like I said, I live in Midtown where it's very, very busy, and never once have I not felt safe. I don't walk around with my earbuds in, so I make sure I'm really aware of what's going on around me, what my surroundings are. And yeah, but if I ever felt like I was too far away and I didn't know the neighborhood well, yeah, I'd pop in an Uber. And you know, like New York, Ubers can be expensive here. So the last time I got in an Uber, I think I was in the East Village. I don't know how many miles away that was, probably 2.5, maybe 3. It cost me, I think about $40 to get home. And I don't know the bus system very well. I do have friends who take the bus. Maybe I will try to figure that out. I really like taking the train when I need to, but seriously, I have not even gotten on the train in probably at least 6 weeks. And just FYI, it costs $2.90 to ride the train one way. And yeah, so transportation is not very expensive for me. However, my mom lives in New York, but she's not in the city, and I go see her at least once a month. And so what I do is there's a car rental place, a budget rent-a-car, like I think it's 4 or 5 blocks from here. And I just walk up there, I rent a car, and that usually runs me, with gas and everything, probably $125 about. That's with tolls as well, because I always rent a car midweek because that's when it's the cheapest. And I just pop up for the day. So I'm not taking the car overnight. I just pop up. I usually make my mom breakfast and I make her lunch and we spend some time together, and then I come back into the city and I bring Fiona with me, so because she loves Fiona, and that way I don't need to have someone watch Fiona, and that's it. So that's once a month. I do that, about $125 to go visit my mom. Would I like to have a car here? Yeah, I guess I would, but there is a parking garage in my building. However, like New York, everything costs money, and it is $500 a month to keep your car there. And I actually do have a couple friends in the building that have cars, and they have said if I ever needed a car, for an emergency or whatever, they'd be happy to loan me their car. They've even said if I wanted to borrow their car to go up and see my mom, but I'm not gonna do that, but it's definitely nice to have the offer. Okay, and the other thing you guys had lots of comments about and questions about were health and beauty things, and I am so happy to go over all of that. I won't go over any of it in too much detail, but I know you wanted to hear more about my supplements. And in that video where I did the apartment tour and told you about some of my expenses, I talked about the supplements that I take. I want you to know I do take other supplements besides the ones I mentioned, but the ones I mentioned are the ones that I have on subscription. So they come every single month. The other ones I might buy a little bit more randomly, but I'd be happy to go over those with you. The big heavy hitters for women in their 50s and over would be D3 and K2, calcium, fish oil. Those are the ones I always take. And then there are a couple other ones that I have thrown in there that I'll go over with you another time. And as far as skincare goes, I just love that you guys ask these questions. You saw in that video that I was bumping out those 2 products that were pretty expensive. One's very expensive and one was like a $50 moisturizer. And before I was using those, I just used moisturizers from CVS. Like I would use that CeraVe line, which I really, really like, and it's dermatologist recommended. And then the things that I do for anti-aging are I use a vitamin C serum in the morning, and I use Retin-A at night, and then I put a moisturizer over both of those, and I do not walk out that door without sunscreen on every single day, all over my body. So I will go over that stuff in greater detail in another video, and I'll take you through my whole skincare routine. I think that will be really, really fun. And then somebody had a question about Botox and fillers, and I never thought I'd be talking about this kind of stuff on an open platform like YouTube, but why not? I'm an open book. You guys had questions, and I'm happy to answer them for you. I used to do Botox in a bunch of different places, but I found as I got older, it didn't look right. I'm 56 years old. I should have some wrinkles. So you can see, I can wrinkle my forehead. I have got crow's feet. But where I do get Botox is, boom, one shot, like right between the brows, and that gets rid of that furrow, like that, they call them the 11s. You know that look that you might be really angry, but you're not? So I do that, but sometimes I miss not being able to furrow my brow. And I only need to do that once every 6 months. It lasts a really long time. And as far as fillers go, I don't do fillers, except I do half a syringe of filler in my lips. And that is only once a year. I actually went, I think, a year and 3 months before I had it the last time. And so they just do a small little amount because I don't have an upper lip. And with some filler, I get a little bit of a lip. So it's funny, now that I'm older, I spend actually less money on that kind of stuff instead of more money. And I don't do facials, but what I have done before and will definitely do again is microneedling. I think that's a great way to help your body naturally produce more collagen. It gives you this great glow. It looks like you have a little sunburn afterwards, but I can tell you guys more about that. And well, maybe I'll bring you along the next time I get it done. So not a lot of money is spent in that area. I guess it was probably about $1,000 a year. Well, with the microneedling, I guess a little bit more, but I do take really good care of my skin, so I don't feel the need to do too much, and I don't mind my wrinkles. And the other thing you guys asked me about when it comes to beauty is my hair care routine. I can't say I have a hair care routine. I used to be pretty blonde, and so I had to keep up with that. But as I've gotten older, I think my hair looks better a little bit darker. I did just have it done, so he put a little bit of blonde in it. But I go to the hairdresser. My hairdresser doesn't like this, and my one in Park City didn't like this either. In Park City, I went quarterly, so every 3 months I would go and do like a partial color and a cut. And then I moved to New York City, and I went to get my hair done, and he cut it, he colored it, it looked good, and oh my God, it costs me $400. Yep, cut and color. So I have stretched that out, and I did just get it cut and colored 2 or 3 weeks ago. But before that, and you'll see this in other videos, like it had gotten really, really long. I went 6 months, and I would trim my bangs myself. Oh, that's the other thing about going back to Botox is whenever the doctor says, oh, let's put a little bit of filler in your forehead, I say, nope, bangs are cheaper than Botox. Anyway, so I will cut my bangs myself in between. Oh, there's Fiona. Ah, so cute. I just touched her little warm paw. So hair, yeah, and I guess I just use some basic products, but I can go over that kind of stuff with you too if you're interested. And yeah, oh, do you hear that? That is a big cruise ship about to leave. All right, I have no updates on the cute doctor. Someone said I should start calling him the smooth operator. So should we call him that instead? Instead of cute doctor, smooth operator. Anyway, he is away. He's on a guy's trip with his college friends. Some of you naysayers are gonna be like, nope, nope, he's out. He's with his wife and kids. I really don't. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on a guy's trip with his college buddies, because he did talk about, getting together with them once a year, which I think is awesome. I actually think that says a lot about a person when they're still good friends with the people they went to high school with, and the people they went to college with, and the people that they've worked with in the past. What do you guys think of that? Let me know. Okay, that's it for today, talking about transportation and beauty. Now let me show you a little bit of New York before I sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video today. It's a little hot and sweaty, so I'm going to be heading home, but I loved that you joined me today, and I love you guys. I love your comments. Comments are open, so go ahead and start dropping them, and I'll see you next time. I love you. Bye.